Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talksy English Listen and Speak. I'm Sarah, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co host, David.
Hey, Sarah. I'm really excited about today's topic. We're talking about, well, those awkward, sweaty palm moments of our very first jobs.
Oh gosh, don't remind me. Everyone remembers their first job, right? It's usually a mix of excitement and total confusion.
Totally. It's like being thrown into the deep end of a pool when you don't even know how to doggy paddle yet.
Thrown into the deep end. That's a great expression. It means being put into a completely new or difficult situation without much help.
Exactly. And believe me, my first job at a local bakery was, uh, it was a splash. A very messy, flour-covered splash.
Wait, you worked in a bakery? I'm imagining you in a big white hat, David. Please tell me there was a hat.
There was a hat, Sarah. A very tall, very ridiculous hat. And I managed to drop a tray of 60 croissants on my very first hour.
60? Oh no, that's a rookie mistake for sure. A rookie mistake is a simple error made by someone who is new to a job.
Oh, I was the king of rookies. I just stood there staring at the floor thinking, is it too late to run away?
I think we've all been there. My first job was at a clothing store, and I was so nervous I couldn't even work the cash register.
The cash register? But you're so good with tech now. What happened?
Well, a customer wanted to return a shirt, and I accidentally deleted the entire store's inventory for the day.
No way. You messed up big time. To mess up just means to make a mistake or do something badly.
I really did. My manager had to come over and she just sighed. You know, that long, deep sigh that says, "Why did I hire you?"
I know that sound well. It's the universal sound of a boss who needs more coffee.
It really is. But, looking back, those cringe moments are actually how we learn the most, don't you think?
Definitely. Cringe is such a good word for it. It's that feeling when you feel embarrassed or uncomfortable about something you did.
Like wearing a giant chef's hat and dropping breakfast?
Hey, it was a very stylish hat. But yeah, it was definitely a learning curve.
A learning curve refers to the rate of someone's progress in learning a new skill. A steep learning curve means it's hard at first.
My curve was basically a vertical wall. But honestly, it taught me how to apologize and, well, how to clean floors very quickly.
That's a valuable life skill. I learned that it's okay to ask for help instead of pretending I know what I'm doing.
That's a pro tip right there. A pro tip is a small but useful piece of advice from someone with experience.
Exactly. Don't fake it till you make it if it involves a computer system that controls a whole store.
Fake it till you make it means to act like you are confident or successful until you actually become so.
It works for some things, but maybe not for retail software. So, David, what was the most random task you had to do?
Hmm, random meaning unusual or unexpected? Let's see. I once had to count every single sesame seed in a jar.
No, why would they make you do that? Was your boss just testing your patience?
I think so. It was busy work. That's a term for work that keeps you busy but isn't actually very important.
I hate busy work. It feels like such a drag. When something is a drag, it means it's boring or annoying.
It was a total drag. But hey, I got paid, eventually. Getting that first paycheck felt like winning the lottery, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Even if it wasn't much money, it felt like cold, hard cash.
Cold hard cash is just a fun way to say physical money or a guaranteed payment.
I spent my first paycheck on a pair of shoes I couldn't afford. It was so frivolous.
Frivolous is a fancy word. It means not having any serious purpose or value, like my sesame seed counting.
Exactly. But man, those shoes were pretty, even if I was broke for the rest of the month.
Being broke means having no money at all. We've all been there, especially in our teens.
It's almost like a rite of passage, a ceremony or event marking an important stage in someone's life.
A first job is definitely that. It's the first time you realize that adults don't actually know everything.
Right? You see behind the curtain and realize everyone is just trying their best not to drop the croissants.
Exactly. Speaking of curtains, I once had a job as a theater usher, and that was a whole other level of crazy.
Wait, another job? How many first jobs did you have, David?
Well, I had a lot of gigs when I was a student. A gig is a slang word for a temporary job or task.
You're a jack of all trades, aren't you? Someone who can do many different types of work.
I try, but I was a master of none, which means I could do everything a little bit, but nothing perfectly.
I think that's the best way to be when you're starting out. You get to test the waters.
Test the waters means to try something out to see if it's successful or if you like it.
I tested the waters of retail and decided, nope, too many barcodes for me.
And I tested the waters of baking and decided I prefer eating the bread than making it.
Fair enough. I think our listeners can relate to that. To relate means to understand or feel a connection to something.
I hope so. We're all just works in progress, Sarah.
We really are. Let's dive a bit deeper into how to actually survive that first week without losing your mind.
Sounds like a plan. Let's talk about the do's and don'ts.
David, we've laughed about the disasters, but let's get serious for a second. That first week at a new job is, well, it's nerve-wracking.
Oh, definitely. Nerve-wracking is a perfect word. It means something that makes you feel very thin-skinned and anxious.
I remember walking into the office for my first professional internship, and my hands were actually shaking. I felt like an imposter.
Ah, the classic imposter syndrome. That's when you feel like a fake or like you don't belong in a certain position.
Exactly. I kept thinking, they're going to find out I don't know how to use the photocopier and fire me on the spot.
The photocopier is the natural enemy of every new employee. It's like they design them to be finicky.
Finicky is such a great word. It means something that is difficult to use or needs a lot of detailed attention.
My first week, I accidentally started a small fire in the break room toaster. I thought, well, that's a great way to make an impression.
Make an impression usually means to make people notice you in a good way, but I guess a fire is one way to do it.
It was a memorable start, let's put it that way. But honestly, the best advice I ever got was to just soak it all in.
Soak it all in means to take in as much information as possible, like a sponge. That's so important during the onboarding phase.
Onboarding is the process of getting a new employee started and integrated into a company. It involves a lot of paperwork.
Ugh, the paperwork, signing your life away. But a pro tip for our listeners, take notes, physical, old school notes.
Yes, don't wing it. To wing it means to do something without preparation or a plan.
If you wing it on your first day, you'll forget everyone's names. I once called my boss Mom by accident.
No way! Did you turn beet red? That means to become very embarrassed and have a red face.
I was redder than a tomato, David. I wanted the floor to swallow me whole.
That's a funny expression. It means you wish you could just disappear because you are so embarrassed.
But you know what? She just laughed. It broke the ice. To break the ice means to make a social situation feel more relaxed.
That's lucky. Most people are actually quite approachable if you're honest about being nervous.
Approachable means easy to talk to or friendly. It's a great quality in a coworker.
For sure. But let's talk about office politics. That can be a bit tricky for a newcomer.
Tricky means difficult or needing careful handling. Office politics are the social relationships and power dynamics in a workplace.
My advice? Don't take sides in the beginning. Just be neutral and kind to everyone.
Good point. To take sides means to support one person or group against another in an argument.
Just keep your head down and do your work. That means to stay focused and avoid getting into trouble or drama.
I agree, but don't be so quiet that you become invisible. You want people to know you're a team player.
A team player is someone who works well with others and puts the group's goals first.
Also, don't be afraid to ask stupid questions. Honestly, there are no stupid questions when you're new.
I used to think that, but then I asked where the any key was on the keyboard.
Okay, maybe there are some silly questions, but it's better than guessing and getting it wrong.
True, guesswork can lead to some colossal mistakes. Colossal just means extremely large or great.
Like your croissant tower?
Exactly like that. It was a fiasco. A fiasco is a complete and embarrassing failure.
But hey, you bounce back. To bounce back means to recover quickly from a setback or a mistake.
I did. By the second week, I was the star pupil of the bakery. Well, almost.
Star pupil is someone who is the best student or learner in a group. I love that confidence, David.
You have to talk yourself up sometimes. That means to speak positively about your own abilities or achievements.
It's true, especially when you're starting from scratch. That means starting from the very beginning with nothing.
It's a fresh start. And even if you feel out of your depth, remember that everyone else was new once too.
Out of your depth means in a situation that is too difficult for you to handle. It's a common feeling.
Just take it one day at a time. That means to focus on the present and not worry too much about the future.
That is solid advice. Solid here means very good or reliable.
Thanks. I think next we should chat about how to actually talk to your new colleagues.
Oh, the small talk. That's a whole skill in itself. Let's get into that.
I'm ready. No more fire stories, I promise.
We'll see about that. David, we've survived the first day jitters and the finicky office equipment. Now comes the really scary part, the break room.
Oh, the dreaded water cooler talk. That's a classic phrase for casual conversation between office coworkers.
It really is. It can feel so awkward at first. Awkward means feeling uncomfortable or socially clumsy.
I used to just stand by the microwave staring at my soup like it was the most interesting thing in the world.
Anything to avoid eye contact, right? Making eye contact means looking directly into someone's eyes.
Exactly. I was so afraid of putting my foot in my mouth. That's a funny idiom that means saying something embarrassing or tactless.
Oh, I've done that. I once asked a coworker when her baby was due, and she wasn't even pregnant.
Oh no, Sarah. That is the ultimate cringe. Ultimate means the greatest or most extreme example of something.
I wanted to crawl into a hole and hide. But honestly, small talk is like a muscle. You have to exercise it.
That's a spot-on analogy. Spot-on means exactly right or accurate. You have to practice being social.
A good rule of thumb, a general useful rule, is to ask people about themselves. People love to talk shop.
Talk shop means to talk about your work or your business, even when you're not actually working.
True, but maybe steer clear of work for a bit. Steer clear means to avoid something or someone.
Good point. Ask about their weekend or their pets. People light up when they talk about their dogs.
They really do. Light up means to suddenly look very happy or animated.
And if you're an English learner, don't worry about being perfect. Just go with the flow.
Go with the flow means to relax and accept whatever is happening without trying to control it.
I found that active listening is actually more important than being a big talker.
Definitely. Active listening means fully concentrating on what is being said rather than just passively hearing the message.
It makes the other person feel valued, and it gives you time to process what they're saying.
Process means to think about and understand information. It's okay to take a second before you chime in.
Chime in means to join a conversation or interrupt with a comment. I love that one.
But what about office lingo? You know, those weird phrases bosses use like, let's circle back or touch base.
Oh, corporate speak. It's like a whole different language. Touch base just means to talk to someone briefly.
And circle back means to discuss something again at a later time. It sounds so much more fancy than it is.
It really does. At my theater job, they used to say, let's keep this on your radar.
On your radar means to be aware of something or to keep it in your mind.
I was like, I don't have a radar. I just have a flashlight and a bucket of popcorn.
You have to learn the ropes. That means to learn how to do a particular job or activity.
Every office has its own vibe. A vibe is the mood or character of a place or situation.
Some offices are laid back. very relaxed, and others are very high strung or stressful.
You have to read the room. That means to understand the emotions or thoughts of the people in a room.
If everyone looks stressed out, maybe it's not the best time to tell your 10-minute joke about a penguin.
Note to self, save the penguin joke for the happy hour.
Happy hour is a time, usually in the early evening, when coworkers go out for drinks after work.
It's a great way to bond with your team. To bond means to develop a close connection or friendship.
Just know your limits. You don't want to be the person who overshares on their first week.
Oversharing is telling people too much personal information. No one needs to know about your toe fungus, Sarah.
Hey, I was going to say my childhood fear of clowns, but thanks for that visual, David.
Sorry. But seriously, keeping it professional is key.
Key here means very important. You want to be friendly but not overfamiliar.
Overfamiliar means acting too close or informal with someone you don't know very well yet.
It's a fine line to walk. A fine line is a small difference between two things that can be difficult to see.
But don't overthink it. Most people are just happy to have someone nice to talk to during their break.
Exactly. Just be yourself. Unless you're a person who drops 60 croissants, then maybe be a slightly more careful version of yourself.
Ouch! That sting still hurts, Sarah.
Sting means a sudden sharp pain, usually emotional here. I'm just teasing you.
I know. I can take a joke. That's a great quality for a first job and for life.
We've made it through the first week and the awkward small talk, David. Now we're in the groove.
In the groove means you're finally performing well and confidently because you're used to the routine. It feels good, doesn't it?
It really does. But before we wrap things up, which means to finish or conclude something, we should talk about the long game.
Right. A first job isn't just about surviving the day, it's about building a foundation for your future career.
A foundation is the solid base that everything else is built on, even if you're just flipping burgers or filing papers.
Flipping burgers is a common way to describe working in fast food, and filing papers refers to basic office admin work.
They might seem like dead-end jobs sometimes. A dead-end job is one with no chance of promotion or improvement.
But even those jobs teach you soft skills. Soft skills are personal qualities like communication, teamwork, and time management.
Exactly. My retail job taught me how to keep a cool head when a customer was shouting about a missing button.
Keep a cool head means to stay calm in a difficult or stressful situation. That is a superpower in the professional world.
It really is. And your bakery job, it taught you attention to detail. Well, eventually.
Hey, I learned my lesson. That means to learn from a mistake so you don't do it again.
And look at you now, you're thriving. Thriving means growing, developing, or being very successful.
Thanks, Sarah. I think the takeaway here, the main message, is that every job has value if you look for it.
I love that. Don't sell yourself short. That means to underestimate your own value or abilities.
For our listeners out there, if you're in your first job right now and feeling overwhelmed, hang in there.
Overwhelmed means feeling like you have too much to deal with. It's totally normal. Just keep your chin up.
Keep your chin up is an encouraging way to say stay positive and don't be discouraged by problems.
And don't forget to network. To network means to connect with people who might be able to help you in your career.
Even your coworkers at the bakery or the clothing store might know someone who knows someone.
It's a small world after all. You never know where a connection might lead you.
So let's do a quick recap of what we've covered today for all our Talksy English learners.
Great idea. First, we talked about rookie mistakes and how failing forward is the best way to learn.
Then we tackled the first week jitters and why it's important to soak it all in and take notes.
We also shared some tips on small talk and office lingo so you can break the ice in the break room.
And finally, we looked at how those early gigs give you the soft skills to succeed later on.
I think we covered a lot of ground today. Covered a lot of ground means we dealt with a lot of information or many topics.
We certainly did. It's been a blast chatting about our embarrassing starts, Sarah.
A blast means a very enjoyable or fun experience. I've loved it too, David.
Before we go, we want to hear from you. What was your very first job? Did you have a fiasco of your own?
Leave us a comment or send us a message. We'd love to read your stories in our next episode.
And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode.
It really helps the channel grow. Grow here means to increase in size or popularity.
Thank you so much for listening to Talksy English. Listen and speak. We're rooting for you in your careers.
Rooting for you means we are supporting you and wishing you success. See you in the next one.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing.
Bye.